From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well. And he connects on a big one there. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
19
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he returns this to the 22.
Check pass.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Richardson to throw off play action. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Off play action, Richardson. And his pass incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And complete to Drake London. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Jackson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Bengals. Cordero Patterson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take... Up. It's incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards remain for second down. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Richardson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And now here's another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Christian Watson, 33 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquise Goodwin, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. Richardson now on 2nd down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
50.
On first down, Richardson.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On third down, here's Richardson.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Jamin Davis
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Richardson to throw.
That'll be caught by. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man London right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Touchdown! Familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
This take it in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Richardson on 2nd and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Richardson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Come on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Uses the stiff arm. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. George Pickens from 13 yards out. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point safely through. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
He's going to let it go again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
He's going to take another shot here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Come 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to the air with Richardson.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
That's caught at the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TV. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
A nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Richardson now on second down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And, my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Bengals are going to take over 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with that.